really great session on Tuesday around goal kicks, what to do from there, just so we can be on the same page. As always, please give me some questions if you do have any. But yeah, essentially from goal kicks, we're always going to have four options. And one of the tricks about having these four options is we actually interchange between them. They don't have to be frequent. You have to go through the motions. It's generally identifying which one's the best option for that scenario. But yeah, let's jump into them. So from goal kicks, one of the things we did a little bit poorly last Sunday, and we've done through the season a little bit, is we have too much time. Essentially, when we're going from a goal kick, the goalkeeper will come over, and we're giving everyone time to kind of reset and get back into position, back into shape. Teams like Coogee will use this to their advantage because they've got really good shape when they get there. Yeah, so this is generally how a 4-4-2 like Coogee will set up. They'll have two attackers that are going to press and then a bank of four. Sometimes if they have three up front, they'll do something kind of like this and be able to press. Either way, our shape is always going to be always. So as soon as the ball goes out of the opposition team, and we're going to have to take a dead ball or a goal kick, we need to have our back line. This is the most important in these positions. So essentially, you can see that the fullbacks are right on the line, essentially just in front of or in line with the 18-yard box, and the centre backs are also splitting quite wide as well and being available, but just inside the box. Remember, from a goal kick, the opposition can't come into the box, but we can, essentially, to receive a ball. Cool. The other thing is our midfielders have to be very aware that they're going to be the first option once it goes through our defenders or once it comes over the top. Wingers as well, very wide, but also inside of their fullbacks on the opposition. The first option, just a straight long ball, trying to hit it from dead and trying to get into our midfield or trying to get it out wide. Either one is fine, but you have to get that lift to beat this first line of opposition's press. This is totally fine, and we could a centre back can take this, goalkeeper can take this, whoever's filling up for it. But this is sort of not the riskiest option, but it is the option that we leave a lot to chance. We're essentially giving the midfielders or the wingers a 50-50 unless we all compress over in a meaningful way. Until we're confident that we can really hit it into this danger area here and get everyone across and this pull back up. This one kind of just goes anywhere into midfield and is a little less accurate. So it just means that it's kind of a 50-50. We've got a 50% chance of keeping it, 50% chance of losing it to the opposition. The second one, to give us a better option of making this a really meaningful and high and wide clear, is you play a nice little 1-2 with our centre back. So the centre back can come into the box and we can get a pass to them, a really nice soft pass back from the centre back, and that way the goalkeeper can run onto it and hit it. We've talked about this on the weekend. We can practice this a lot more. When a ball has inertia or it is moving, you can actually, when you hit it, you'll notice it'll always go higher. It'll have a lot more power behind it, even if you're not putting more power into it. That's just because of the flight of the ball and the physics behind it. It'll be raised because it's in motion, so it's not just got gravity's force on it. It's actually got another force keeping it a little bit more level, so you can get under it a lot easier. It also means that the actual force coming from that pass is going to go into the clearance as well. We'll practice this a lot, and we'll do this before every game just to make sure that Cassie or whoever's in goals is confident with it. This can also be the same thing when we go into option number 3, essentially where it goes out to the right back. The centre back can also come deep. And so if there's heaps of pressure here, we don't feel confident we get a pass away, again, that can just come back and that centre back can clear it. You'll notice this, that a lot of our clearances when the ball's in motion are really high, really powerful, and we can actually get that distance behind it. Cool. Number 3 is the most interesting and the best one for us. And we've done it really well. We're practicing this a lot on Tuesday. Essentially what we're doing is finding which fullback who's high and wide has enough space to receive a ball and play out. The most important thing here is that we're not just ready at left back and right back to play the ball there, but our centre mids, attacking mid, and our winger are all coming close to be an option to receive. Yeah, that's how we play out. And essentially this centre back as well will be an option, not running up because they want to come back and still protect if we lose the ball here, but generally coming backwards. So if the ball's here, we're creating those nice triangles and nice options. You've got one come here. Look, you've got 3 options, and also these 2, your far option. Yeah. So this just means that you can actually play those triangles that we love and make sure that we're not jeopardizing our goal. The biggest thing about this is the goalkeeper will have to look to identify which side has the least amount of opposition press, and the midfielders are going to have to be really confident in as soon as the ball goes that they can run and support and be an option, being in front of their player and making sure that this person, if they don't have space to run, they can take a touch and play a pass into midfield. Finally, once we've done that a few times, or even sometimes if you've done it once, if the team is tactically pretty astute and ready to understand where they can actually put pressure on, you'll see that the opposition will really press and put players here. Yeah, so a lot of the time you'll play that once, and this winger or this forward will go, no, not happening again. I'm not going to let them play out. I'm going to go and press high. It's what you should do, and it's what good teams will do. If they don't do that, keep playing out through that pullback. A lot of the time when we do that, and you'll see this is essentially they've gone, okay, we're not getting played through again. We're going to commit forward. You'll see that this space in the middle becomes open, and one of these center mids or attacking mid can come back to receive a straight ball through. Remember that when the goalkeeper picks up the ball from it going out, it's essentially once they decide, or once they've done a nice scan, left, right, center, they can put the ball down and play it quickly. This ball has to be with some force behind it, and the center mids have to make that run back. A lot of the time, it'll be kind of you're waiting here, maybe you've drifted behind opposition defense. We've identified there's a big gap here, and you're running in. Again, we don't need to sort of receive the ball, then turn and try and beat players. Receive the ball back to goal, that's fine, and then look for whoever's free. There'll be a bunch of options here, and a lot of the time that winger or that fullback will now be an option to play across. The movement from midfield is, again, super important. Whenever we're playing out from the back, it's the movement from midfield that makes it possible. That's just the 4 options. Give me any questions that you have around those 4. Again, the interchange between the 4 is what will make it successful. But at the end of the day, when they're not working, the opposition are playing too well, we can always just hoof it. Cool. Thanks, team.